Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is Eisenherz and today I have a gameplay video for you guys with 3 Rograkh decks. So let's have a look at the starting hands. Flo goes first on his Teshar list. His opening hand consists of Snow-Covered Plains, Flooded Strand, Skull Clamp, Arcbound Ravager, Conjurer's Bauble, and for his London Mulligan he put Kraglan Ironworks and Ornithopter under his library. He kept this hand because he was afraid to mull deeper and get an even worse hand as his commander doesn't draw cards. Robin goes second on his Rograkh Silas list. His opening hand consists of Verdant Catacombs, LED, Dark Ritual, Bushclaw Talisman, and Imperial Seal. For his London Mulligan he put Windfall and Pyroblast under his library. He kept this hand because it guaranteed a turn 1 Wheel or Imp Seal or a turn 2 Ad Nauseam. I go third on my Roger Tevesh list. My opening hand consists of Ancient Tomb, Rakdos Signet, Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor, Saw in Half, and Deflecting Spot. For my London Mulligan I put Wild Magic Surge under my library. I kept this hand although it was pretty mediocre because I could have a turn 2 Demonic Tutor into a turn 3 Ad Nauseam. Memo goes last on his Roger Tymna list. His opener consists of Polluted Delta, Silent Clearing, Blood Crypt, Mox Diamond, Underworld Breach, and Entomb. For his London Mulligan he put Pyroblast under his library, and he kept this hand because he had a Breach and an Entomb to combo off with. As usual, you can find all the deck lists in the description box down below, but now let's start with the actual game. Flo draws for turn, he plays a Flooded Strand and cracks it to get a Snow-Covered Plains. He casts a Mana Vault. He follows up with a Conjurer's Bauble, which he activates to put the Flooded Strand under his library. He then draws a card, and with the mana he has floating, he casts an Arcbound Ravager. He then passes his turn. Robin draws. He plays a Verdant Catacombs, and he fetches up an Underground Sea. He then casts Lion's Eye Diamond. He follows up with a Dark Ritual, floating 3 black. He uses 2 of the mana to cast a Grim Monolith. He then activates the Grim Monolith and his floating mana to cast Wishclaw Talisman and activate it. With the activation on the stack, he sacrificed his Lion's Eye Diamond for 3 red mana. He then tutors up and casts a Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune resolves, we all discard our hands and draw 7 new cards. Robin continues his turn by casting a Rite of Flame. He uses the 2 mana to cast a Talisman of Indulgence. Finally, he casts Rograkh and passes his turn. I untap my Wishclaw Talisman, draw for turn, play a Snow-Covered Mountain. I cast Rograkh, exile a Simian Spirit Guide and tap my mountain to cast a Talisman of Indulgence. I then tap my Talisman to cast a Ragavan, and I pass my turn after that. Memo draws for turn, he plays an Ancient Tomb, casts Rograkh and casts a Soul Ring, and he then passes his turn. Flo untaps. He draws for turn and takes 1 from the Mana Vault, plays a Cavern of Souls naming Cleric, and he then casts a Chromatic Sphere, and he passes his turn. Robin untaps and draws for turn. He plays a Gemstone Mine and casts a Gamble. He tutors up a card into his hand. And he randomly discards a Defense Grid. He then proceeds to cast Underworld Breach, which is the card he tutored for, and he escapes Lion's Eye Diamond. But with the escape on the stack, Flo sacrifices his Chromatic Sphere, LED resolves, and Robin moves phases, so the mana fizzles. He then cracks the LED to float 3 red mana, discarding his hand. And with the 3 red mana, he casts Wheel of Fortune from his graveyard. Wheel of Fortune resolves, because nobody has any kind of interaction, and everyone discards their hands again and draws 7 new cards. Robin continues his turn by casting a Mana Crypt. He then also casts a Mox Ember. He exiles a Simian Spirit Guide to float red, taps his Mana Crypt to escape Wheel of Fortune once again. Wheel of Fortune resolves again, and we all discard our hands and draw 7 new cards. Robin escapes the Lion's Eye Diamond again and cracks it to float 3 red mana to escape Wheel of Fortune once again. He then casts a Crow Mox and presents us the Tainted Pact he has in hand and a Thassa's Oracle in his graveyard, at which point we decide to scoop up the game and go for the next one. Alright, this was rather quick, but also a little expected in this kind of pot. Robin got a turn to win because he was able to disrupt our hands on turn 1 and he didn't face any other blue players. Sacrificing LED in response to a Wishclaw activation to then tutor up and cast a wheel is just such a powerful play. He drew all the right cards while we were set back, and this allowed him to combo off with Breach fairly easily. The only thing that could have stopped him was a silence effect, but we didn't draw into one, so Robin was good to go off. This is basically what any turbo deck should do on turn 2 if it's not disrupted. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. Hop over to my Discord server if you want to play some games with us, and if you want to support my channel even more, please consider becoming a patron. Next up, I'm planning on doing more gameplay videos with some well-known cEDH players and content creators, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching my videos. This is Eisenherz and auf Wiedersehen.